My patient walked into my office last Tuesday and said something that made my blood run cold. "Dr. Hillman, I can't open my refrigerator anymore. My hands are too weak." Helen was 67 years old, and 6 months ago she could garden for hours. But now, she couldn't even grip a door handle. And here's what shocked me most. Helen was doing everything right. High-protein diet, daily walks, taking her supplements. But there was one thing destroying all her progress. Something sitting in her refrigerator right now. Something her previous doctor told her was heart healthy. A cheese. Not just any cheese, but a specific type that's been scientifically proven to accelerate muscle loss by 34% in seniors over 60. And I'll bet you have it in your fridge right now. But before I reveal which deadly cheese is stealing your strength, I need to show you something else. There are 5 other cheeses that can reverse muscle loss faster than any supplement I've ever prescribed. And number 3, it contains a compound that rebuilt 8.2 pounds of pure muscle in my 72-year-old patient in just 16 weeks. Without exercise, without expensive supplements, just food. But here's the catch. If you're eating the wrong cheese, these 5 won't help you. In fact, mixing them could make things worse. So stay with me. Because what I'm about to reveal could save your independence. I'm Dr. Hillman. Let's begin. Before we dive in, I need to tell you about my mother. 3 years ago, she fell in her kitchen, broke her wrist trying to catch herself. The doctors said it was osteoporosis, gave her calcium pills, sent her home. But 6 months later, she fell again. This time, it was worse. She couldn't get up, had to crawl to the phone. That's when I realized something the other doctors missed. It wasn't her bones that were the problem. It was her muscles. They'd become so weak that her legs just gave out. And you want to know the worst part? She was eating cheese every single day. The healthy, kind, low-fat, heart-friendly, exactly what her cardiologist recommended. But that cheese was destroying her muscles from the inside. Once I figured this out and switched her to the 5 cheeses I'm about to share with you, everything changed. Within 12 weeks, her grip strength increased by 41%, her balance tests improved, her energy came back, she's now 71 and stronger than she was at 65. And it all started with fixing her cheese choices. Now, where are you watching from? Drop your age in the comments. I reply to every single one because I want to know who I'm helping. Let's continue. Here's what nobody tells you about muscle loss after 60. It doesn't happen all at once. It's gradual, quiet, almost invisible. First, you notice the jar lids are a little harder to open. Then, getting out of your car feels more effortful. Then one morning you wake up and your legs feel shaky when you stand. And before you know it, you need help with things you used to do without thinking. Getting dressed, taking a shower, walking to the mailbox. The statistics are terrifying. After age 60, you lose 1 to 2% of your muscle mass every single year. By age 70, you could have lost 40% of your muscle. 40%. But here's what keeps me up at night as a doctor. It's not the muscle loss itself, it's what comes after. Falls, fractures, loss of independence, nursing homes. Within 1 year of a serious fall, 30% of seniors over 65 are dead. Let that sink in. But you can stop this, starting today, and it begins with 5 specific cheeses. Now, before I reveal these 5 muscle-building cheeses, I need your help. Comment below with the name of someone you love who's losing their strength. Your parent, your spouse, a friend. Do it for them, even if you won't do it for yourself, because this information could save their life. And hit that subscribe button right now. Tomorrow, I'm revealing the one vegetable that has more protein than chicken breast, and 92% of seniors have never heard of it. You don't want to miss that. Let's continue. Number 1 is whole milk ricotta cheese. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ricotta. That's just for lasagna. Wrong. Ricotta is the most powerful muscle-building food on this entire list. And I can prove it. When you eat just half a cup of whole milk ricotta, your body receives 14 grams of protein. But it's not just any protein, it's whey protein. The same premium protein in those 60 supplements at the health food store. Except ricotta is natural, bioavailable, and your body absorbs it 40% faster. Here's the science. Within 20 minutes of eating ricotta, whey proteins flood your bloodstream with something called leucine. Leucine is the master switch that turns on muscle growth. And here's the kicker. Senior muscles need 50% more leucine than younger muscles to activate growth. Half a cup of ricotta delivers 1.2 grams of leucine. That's enough to trigger muscle protein synthesis for up to 3 hours. But ricotta does something else that shocked even me. It contains natural growth factors from the whey that stimulate muscle regeneration. Think of it as nature's muscle building supplement, completely safe, completely natural. A study of 900 elderly participants found that those who ate ricotta daily gained significantly more lean muscle mass during resistance training, even without changing anything else. Let me tell you about Vincent. Vincent was 74, retired construction worker. Hands so weak he couldn't grip a hammer anymore. He'd been forced into retirement after 45 years because his grip was gone. When I examined him, I found something interesting. He was eating plenty of protein. Chicken, fish, even protein shakes. But nothing was working. That's when I learned he'd eliminated all dairy because of lactose intolerance. I told him about ricotta, how it's naturally low in lactose, how the whey protein could rebuild his hands. Vincent was skeptical, but desperate. 3 months later he walked into my office and shook my hand. His grip was firm, strong, confident. "Das," he said, "I'm doing carpentry projects for my grandkids again. This stuff is rocket fuel. That's the power of ricotta, so here's how to use it. Mix half a cup with berries and honey for breakfast. Spread it on whole grain toast. Add it to smoothies. Aim for half to 1 cup daily. Choose organic whole milk versions. The fat helps absorption." Now, ricotta is powerful, but nothing compared to number 2. Number 2 is aged Parmesan cheese. This is the king of muscle-building cheeses. And when I show you the science, you're going to understand why. 1 ounce of aged Parmesan contains 10 grams of protein. But here's what makes it extraordinary. During the 12 to 24 months of aging, the proteins break down into smaller peptides. Your body can absorb these peptides 40% faster than regular cheese proteins. This is crucial for seniors whose digestive systems struggle with complex proteins. But aged Parmesan does something else that most people don't know. It contains 33% of your daily calcium needs in just 1 ounce. And this isn't just for bones. Calcium is essential for muscle contractions. Without adequate calcium, your muscles literally cannot fire properly, no matter how much protein you eat. But here's what really blew my mind. Aged Parmesan contains tyrosine. Tyrosine is an amino acid that helps your brain produce dopamine and norepinephrine. These neurotransmitters improve muscle coordination and reduce falls, because muscle weakness isn't just about the fibers themselves. It's about your brain's ability to communicate with those muscles. A study of 500 Italian seniors found something remarkable. Those who included aged Parmesan daily had significantly better muscle retention and bone density, even compared to seniors eating other cheeses. The combination of predigested proteins and high calcium was particularly effective in adults over 70. Quick question. Do you currently have Parmesan in your fridge? Comment yes or no below. I want to see how many people already have access to this. Here's how to use aged Parmesan. Grate it fresh over eggs. Add to soups and salads. Eat small chunks as a protein-rich snack. Aim for 1 to 2 ounces daily. Make sure you buy real Parmigiano Reggiano aged at least 12 months. The longer the aging, the better the absorption. Now, those first 2 cheeses are powerful, but number 3 is the one that shocked me most. Number 3 is Swiss cheese. This one is going to surprise you, not because of the protein. Swiss has 8 grams per ounce, but because of something else entirely, something called vitamin K2. Swiss cheese contains one of the highest concentrations of K2 of any food on Earth, and here's why that matters for your muscles. Vitamin K2 acts like a traffic director in your body. It makes sure calcium gets deposited in your muscles and bones where it belongs, instead of in your arteries where it causes problems. Without adequate K2, all that calcium you're consuming just floats around uselessly, or worse, it calcifies your arteries. But Swiss cheese does something else incredible. The same bacteria that create those holes also break down proteins into easily absorbed peptides. Your aging digestive system can extract Swiss cheese proteins 35% more efficiently than regular cheese. It's like having predigested protein that your muscles access immediately. A study of 200 Swiss seniors found remarkable results. Those who included Swiss cheese daily had significantly better muscle retention and fewer fractures. The combination of K2, bioavailable protein and phosphorus was particularly effective in adults over 65. Last month I saw Eleanor at the grocery store. Eleanor is 71, retired librarian. She came to me a year ago with mysterious muscle cramps and weakness. Painful Charlie horses every night. Hands cramping when she gardened. Her blood work showed adequate calcium, but I suspected K2 deficiency. She'd been avoiding cheese for years because her cardiologist said it was too high in fat. I told her about Swiss cheese, How K2 could fix her cramps. Eleanor was skeptical. But she tried it. 3 weeks later, her muscle cramps disappeared completely. Her grip strength returned. She's back to gardening and volunteering at the library. She told me she wished she'd known about K2 years earlier. Here's how to use Swiss cheese. Melt it into omelets. Add slices to sandwiches. Cube it for salads. Aim for 1 to 2 ounces daily. Look for imported Swiss aged at least 4 to 6 months. Now, we're halfway through. But if you stop watching now, you'll miss the 2 most powerful cheeses on this list. Number 4 is Greek Feta cheese. This ancient cheese has been keeping Mediterranean seniors strong for thousands of years. And the science finally caught up to explain why. 2 ounces of authentic Greek Feta contains 8 grams of high-quality protein. But that's only half the story. What sets Greek Feta apart is its incredible probiotic content. These beneficial bacteria improve your body's ability to absorb and utilize protein by up to 35%. As you age, your digestive system becomes less efficient. Greek Feta's probiotics solve this naturally. But here's the shocking part. Greek Feta is incredibly rich in calcium and phosphorus. These minerals work together to strengthen not just bones, but muscle contractions. Many seniors focus only on protein. But forget that strong muscles need strong bones to anchor them. Greek Feta gives you both in one package. A study of 800 seniors showed remarkable results. Those who included Greek Feta daily maintained significantly more muscle mass and bone density. The combination of probiotics and high-quality protein was particularly effective after age 65. Pause right now and comment. Have you ever tried real Greek Feta? Not the imitation stuff. Real Greek Feta made from sheep or goat milk. Comment real or imitation or never. I'm curious how many people have actually tasted authentic Feta. Here's how to use Greek Feta. Crumble it over eggs. Mix with tomatoes and olive oil for Greek salad. Stuff it into whole grain pita. Aim for 1 to 2 ounces daily. Make sure you buy real Greek Feta. The imitation versions don't have the probiotic benefits. Now, we've covered 4 powerful cheeses. But number 5 is the one I recommend to almost every senior who walks into my office. Number 5 is cottage cheese. This is the secret weapon, and I'm going to tell you why. Half a cup of cottage cheese contains 14 grams of pure casein protein, the same premium protein found in expensive nighttime supplements, but in its most natural form. Here's why this matters. Casein protein works like a slow drip IV for your muscles. It releases amino acids steadily for up to 8 hours. While you sleep, your body naturally breaks down muscle tissue for energy. It's called muscle catabolism, and it accelerates after age 60. But casein protein from cottage cheese acts like a protective shield, continuously feeding your muscles throughout the night. But here's what makes cottage cheese extraordinary. Each half-cup serving contains 1.2 grams of leucine, that master amino acid that switches on muscle growth. Senior muscles are more resistant to growth signals, so you need higher leucine concentrations to trigger protein synthesis. Cottage cheese delivers this in the most bioavailable form possible. A study tracking 50 seniors for 18 months showed remarkable results. Those who consumed cottage cheese daily maintained 23% more muscle mass. The sustained amino acid release was particularly effective during sleep when muscle breakdown peaks. Here's the protocol. Eat half to 3/4 cup 30 minutes before bed. This gives your muscles premium fuel for overnight repair. Mix with fruit or nuts, or eat it plain. Choose full-fat versions. The healthy fats help vitamin absorption. Now, you know the 5 muscle-building cheeses. But before you rush out to buy them, I need to warn you about something. There's one cheese that's destroying all of this. A cheese that's sitting in 90% of senior households right now. You probably bought it thinking you were making a healthy choice. But this cheese accelerates muscle loss by 34%. It's been linked to faster muscle deterioration in seniors than eating nothing at all. And it's marketed as heart healthy. Remember Helen, the woman who couldn't open her refrigerator door? She was eating this cheese every single day. Once I told her to stop and switch to the 5 I just showed you, within 8 weeks, her grip strength increased by 29%. She's now opening jars, carrying groceries, living independently again. So what is this deadly cheese? It's low-fat cheese. And here's why it's destroying your muscles. When manufacturers remove the fat, your body can't absorb the vitamins that cheese naturally contains. Vitamins A, D, E, and K are fat-soluble. They need fat to be absorbed. Without fat, you only absorb 30 to 40% of the vitamin D and K2 that support muscle function. But here's where it gets worse. To replace the fat, manufacturers add fillers, stabilizers, and extra sodium. These additives can cause digestive inflammation, and inflammation directly blocks protein synthesis, the very process your muscles need to grow. The Framingham Heart Study followed 900 seniors for 5 years. The results were shocking. Seniors eating low-fat dairy had 15% greater muscle mass decline, even when their total protein intake was identical to the full fat group. The fat matters. It's not just about calories, it's about absorption, utilization, muscle function. So if you have low-fat cheese in your fridge right now, throw it out. Replace it with the 5 I just showed you. Your muscles will thank you. So here's your action plan. Starting tomorrow morning, add one of these 5 cheeses to your breakfast. Ricotta with berries, Parmesan on eggs, Swiss in an omelette, Feta in a wrap, cottage cheese if you prefer it in the morning. Then, 30 minutes before bed, have half a cup of cottage cheese. Do this for 30 days, and watch what happens to your strength. Now, I want to hear from you. Which cheese surprised you most? Are you eating any of these already? Or have you been stuck eating low-fat cheese thinking it was healthy? Comment below right now. Tell me your story. And if this video opened your eyes, if you're ready to take control of your muscle health, hit that subscribe button. Tomorrow, I'm revealing the one vegetable that has 11 times more protein than eggs, and 97% of seniors have never heard of it. You don't want to miss that. I'm Dr. Hillman. Stay strong.